Thank you very much.
My name is Erin Micklow, and I'm here with two of the guys from MASKED Intruder. How are you?
Good. How are you? It's nice to.
We're real good. Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
First heard about you guys earlier this year, when you did the big North American tour with the Interrupters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you share some stories from that tour, like some of your favorite moments, good, bad? It was a
Yeah.
long one.
Well, I gotta say that the Interrupters, we really love that band. There's some real good people.
Yeah.
And those Bavona twins, they could really play together because they're like identical twins.
Yeah.
But one thing that people may not know about them is that they also like to play pranks on people.
Okay.
Like they'll pretend like one of them is like teleporting to another place. And
Yeah.
they're actually pulling a lot of money on the side, just grifting people on the street.
That's right. It works real good. That's a good grip.
Yeah.
If you're a twin, you should figure that out. It's a good idea.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to overlook that when they're developing a grift.
Okay. I'm not even 100% sure what a grift is.
Yeah, a grift is like,
It might be a prison word.
Yeah, I think it's for a certain sort of professional like ourselves.
Yeah.
You understand? But it's like, you ever see Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's grifting.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah,
That's
what
a
he
good.
does.
That's a good ass show.
Scamming.
Yeah, scamming. It's a
Scamming.
scamming.
Okay,
But
that's the word
grifting
I
is like, it's kind of like there's a community about it. It's like, yeah. I mean, it's nice. It's
Okay.
It's similar to punk rock.
Exactly. It's got that spirit.
So, when you guys started the band, kind of what made you want to go with this persona of the masks and never really revealing your true identities or your names or?
That's a good question.
I mean, it was more like what led us to start the band was the masks. It's kind of how we found each other in prison,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. It helps when you got people that look like you in prison. I had a blue mask and I was like green. Well, like I see you got a green mask, and so we became
Obviously,
fast
we got
friends.
that in common. Then it turns out we like to do music and stuff too.
But it is a good question. It is a good question. The question is
You must
like,
get asked that a lot, though.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. But here's the thing. You ever listen to the Misfits and you was like, hey, why is this like some kind of doo-wop, but it's like about collecting skulls? That's fucked up. Remember that? You remember that feeling?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice when shit don't get explained too much.
Yeah.
Like you ever see that Night of the Living Dead movie? You don't know why the zombies are out there, but they're fucking scary as hell.
They just are. They just are.
Well, do you ever regret it when you're on stage and it gets like really fucking hot? Like today, there's no air conditioning.
Yeah.
I'm regretting it right now.
Yeah, most days.
It's a good thing for cold beers.
That's
right.
the importance of cold beer. It's very hydrating. A lot of people don't realize the electrolyte content is better for you than Gatorade.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's a fact.
Whether or not that's true, it is more delicious.
There's only one way to find out.
Intruder Yellow on this tour. I saw you have Intruder Purple filling in. Is that a permanent thing? Is it a temporary thing?
We don't believe that it's permanent because, so he's in prison.
Okay.
We thought that he was going to be acquitted, but he was not acquitted. He was convicted, is what they said, and so yeah. So he's doing a bit right now, but our hearts go out to him, and we believe that we got it on appeal. The case was actually basically, other than all of the there was some DNA evidence, there was a lot of video evidence, and several eyewitness testimonies. But other than that, the case was mostly circumstantial, and we think that we can get on appeal the conviction overturned. And
Okay.
he'll be
Real good lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's real good.
And so Purple's been doing good on this tour, though.
Purple's been killing it,
She been totally killing him. Took the words right out of my mouth there.
and she's a lady.
She's a lady.
Upgrade.
You kind of had to look real close in the photos. I was like, wait, because of the mask. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, hard to tell sometimes, huh?
well, because you all wear the same outfits too, pretty much.
Yeah,
Especially in black and white photos. You can't even tell who's who.
it's right.
So tell me what's the deal with Officer Bradford? What is
Yeah.
his role in the band? He's always in your stage sets.
That's right. Yeah, he's a court-appointed chaperone.
Okay.
But how it really works out for us is he's basically a wet blanket. He's just always bringing us down and being, just like a stick in the mud.
Yeah.
And we're trying to have a good time and like just having fun. And he's like, oh no, don't break into a house to make yourself lunch. That's like illegal. And we're like,
Yeah, the cool thing about it is he's a real bad cop. He's real bad at his job.
He
so
does suck.
We get away with plenty of stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of looks fun. Like from the videos I saw on your Instagram, he's
Yeah.
up on stage in like a leopard monokini with like no ass. Like it's assless.
yeah, no.
His ass is just out.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you get that whiskey in him and, lets loose a little bit.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's a stressful job. So, at the end of the day, I think he likes to cut loose a little bit. And sometimes the power of rock and roll, will just sway him. And he'll just, all of a sudden, you'll be surprised at what he has on underneath his police uniform.
I like how he just has it just in case.
That might actually be what all cops wear under their uniforms. I don't know.
I don't know that's not regulation. I thought that might be regulation. Where would you wouldn't need protection right on your butt because who's going to shoot you on the butt?
Right. That'd be like, I think that's like the safest place to get shot.
Where do you even buy something like that where it's like, I've never seen one where there's just like an ass cutout.
Yeah, I have no
a
idea.
lot of them because I go on tour with this band, but
I
that's
think-
the first time I've seen it.
That's why I think it's a police thing. I think you can't just go buy a police uniform.
Yeah.
They got to issue it to you. Take the entrance exam. They'll show you probably police academy too. I don't know what the training consists of, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a couple movies.
Yeah.
And
for
then,
sure.
and then they give you a badge and your gun
Yeah, that's right. I mean, considering
And your
the way it
leotard.
wears, it seems like that's really the way it is.
They give you your leotard.
Can I get a lead by my side to make all my wrong things right?
When we get back to the States after this in September and October, you guys have a 30-date tour coming up, but you're playing with like 6 other bands. How did that
Yeah.
come about?
It's there's a lot of bands that we think are really cool.
Yeah.
And it's you want to take out a lot of bands, and for like a lot of bands too, it's easier to do like a little region
Yeah.
rather than like a whole United States because it's real big.
Yeah.
I know that over here, Europe is like things are like close. It's not like that in America.
Yeah.
And like you could drive for like 7 hours and never see one thing interesting. That literally could happen.
That's true.
So,
That's
anyways,
true. That's like an entire country here in Europe.
That's right. That's right. So it's like a way of breaking it up, keeping it fun for us, for making it easy for everybody, and just working around people's availability. But we're very stoked on every band that we got. We're really proud of the support package that we put together with that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a big
And we
tour.
get to see more friends this way too. That's
Yeah.
a big part of touring. You make all these friends all over the place, and then you're like, oh, what, can't we just play with all these bands all the time?
Yeah.
So this is like the closest thing we got to that.
Yeah, because if you went on tour with like 6 bands before you, it would be shitty.
That's true. So what are some of the things that you guys do to get ready for a tour, though? I mean, a tour like that, 30 dates
Yeah.
is pretty long.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, it's secondhand.
Yeah. You guys have had a busy year.
Yeah, we've had a busy year, and we like to play shows. It's fun. After a while, you just get into a groove,
Yeah.
It's like when you're doing like a competitive eating competition or whatever, It's like it's like you get down like 6 or 7 hot dogs, and now you're like, all right, these are just gliding down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last question. Earlier this year, you guys released a new album.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the process of making that album, any challenges you faced, kind of how long did it take?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. We like to spend some time doing pre-production. That's like when you talk about the songs and shit. So we do that for like a week with like Roger and Mike, and then it's a really cool process. You know, your songs are already written, but you go through and you talk about stuff, and you like maybe like change a little thing here, change a little thing there, little this, little that, bada bing, bada boom. All right, and then you get starting recording, and we like to spend several weeks to do that too, so we get like all the like little things right and get it all perfect and stuff. And then you gotta put a lot of like, you know, harmony stuff on there, and guitar harmonies too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's all the questions I have for you guys.
Oh,
so thank you so much for taking the time today. You guys are hilarious.
You're welcome. Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time. It was great being on television.
Yeah, that's nice. See you later, the world. Yo, I'm Blue.
And I'm Green.
We're Masked Intruder.
You're watching Last Rockers TV.
Keep
All
doing
right.
it, loser.